Welcome to Talking Heads on USA Global TV, starring the one and only wonderful Dr. JACALYN. It's a prestigious place where world-class influencers and experts meet, and where you'll find the most trusted advisors and coaches for all things in life and business. Visit usaglobaltv.com to sign up for our newsletter, get the value you need, and be first in line to learn about events and giveaways and other valuable content. Connect with us. Email Dr. JACALYN at usaglobaltv.com to talk about how you can become part of USA Global TV. That's USA Global TV, where the doctor is always in.
Hello, everyone, and welcome, or hopefully it's welcome back to USA Global TV and Radio. I'm Dr. JACALYN KERBECK, and our show today is the Film and Music Show. Joining me is my dear friend. She and I have created some incredible spaces together, and that creativity and partnership continues, and we'll talk a little bit about that and bring out our guest. Welcome to the program, Madeline Chan. Hello, Madeline.
Hi, Dr. JACALYN. Hello, viewers. Hello.
So nice to see you.
I looked up there for some reason.
The viewers are all around, joining us from all around the world. So, Madeline, I want everyone to know, for people joining us for the first time, that you are a true creative, someone who is living in a 5D world and inspiring all of us. And I had the pleasure of meeting you through our friends Helena Shard and Ian Pelham Turner, and I know they are busy this week with Her Majesty and the Platinum Jubilee and Trooping of Colors. So I hope that's all going well. And since you and I met, we have partnered together to teach the power of listening. We've got a new course coming out. We also have just co-written a song that we'll be producing. And in addition to that, you have a whole life outside this platform. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that? And then we'll bring out Rebecca Lilley, our guest.
Okay, right. Well, basically, I do live a 5D life. It's taken me a long while, about 10 years, to kind of go on that path and go into it. But basically, it just means that, I don't know, I just wake up with just a feeling of just being alive, awake, alert. And I just go out into nature. I always, in fact, to be honest, when I wake up, before speaking to any human being on the phone or even in the house, I have to make my first port of call to my divine self and to the angels and the universe. I have to say good morning to the universe and say good morning to my divine self. That sets me up for the day. And then I do my meditation and a little bit of just even like 5 minutes of it or something. Sometimes I do more intense. But I just love, through this journey, my connection with creativity. My creativity has been my voice. My voice and my passion is singing. And from the singing developed songwriting. From the songwriting developed connecting with Mother Earth and nature. And also helping people to connect to their soul heart, which is their soul song. I believe everybody has a soul song. Everyone has a story to tell. And said in a song is it's healing, and it's not so much attached to your trauma and pain. So 5D is being free from the illusion, being free from the confines of restriction, being completely free with oneself, connecting to your creativity, your creative heart, going out, playing, singing that song, dancing that song, feeling it. It's about feeling. Feeling is 5D. This is the new way. Feeling, leading through the heart, and feeling through your feeling body. That's what I love. I love the colors, vibrations. I love this world. I have no time, honestly, to tune in to all this news and media, although I am aware. And I do in my own way, my sacred space. I give that vibration, that healing. I give good thoughts. I give good intentions. but I will not, and I repeat this, I will not add fuel to that fear. I've been 10 years in training and to lead by the heart and lead by the divine love and to be a child, a creative child. And that's what I'm here to do. And I want everybody else to be connect with their creativity, their love, because that's what it's all about. 5D is about leading with the heart.
Thank you, Madeline. That was beautiful.
Did I go over the top there?
You were fantastic. You were great.
I never script it.
It just naturally flows from you, and it's very heart centric. So thank you for sharing that with us, and thank you for also bringing our fabulous guest back to the platform. I think it was a long time ago she was here when we weren't USA Global TV. I think we were rapping with Dr. JACALYN, so in our infancy. So tell us a little bit about Rebecca. She's a consultant. She's a public speaker. She's an entrepreneur. She's won many awards. But tell us how you're connected with her.
I'm connected with Rebecca purely from the 529 Club run by Deborah Wooten, the 529 Creatives. I saw how she was, I loved the posts that she posted about being a strong woman, entrepreneur, strong, empowering in finance, in business, in fashion, but adopting a power within that fashion industry. And I loved also, I thought it was quite beautiful about her, the way that occasionally she would read these scripts or she would mimic certain actors and actresses in leading films. And I thought that was really, I do believe this girl, this woman, young woman, powerful woman, beautiful she is. She really has a strong role in this life, in her acting abilities. And I do believe that she will take the stage in a one-woman show through her awareness of being through mental health, still going through it in some form, in some way, and just wanting to evolve and grow her craft, grow her art, grow herself through her creative heart. Yes, she's gifted. She is the wonderful and beautiful Rebecca Lilley. And she's a fairy in the sea. And we'll talk about that later.
Fantastic. Let's welcome her to the show. Hi.
Welcome. Thank you. What an absolutely lovely cut. I felt like crying, but I was also like just so flattered of what you said. And I just have to say, to you two women, I just want to say a little bit about you, because Dr. JACALYN, I don't know you personally, but I've heard such amazing things about you, how you're like this warrior princess in the finance world, and then you have this heart of gold, but you do everything so professional, and then you really truly care about the arts, and so I just genuinely mean that, and want to thank you for having me back on, because there's so much I can learn from you in how you conduct yourself. And because I said to Madeleine, I said, I don't know what to prepare and say like this, because you're very professional and you've done this for a long time, and it's really nice to see how you evolve, where, you know, a bit like I've evolved being around creative, spiritual people, how you will evolve yourself. So really, really happy to be on here. And then, of course, Madeleine, our dear friend, Philip, rest in peace, our dear friend. He always spoke very highly of both of you. And with Madeleine, he said, you have to meet Madeleine, you have to meet Madeleine, you have to connect with Madeleine, because she's so spiritual and aware, and you know, in so many ways, you're too. I'm no better than anyone else. You know, I have my journey and I try and inspire people, and that's what you two women do in an amazing way, on a deeper, universal level. So I just want to thank you both.
Oh, thank you.
I'm so honored. I'm just crying as well. I wasn't prepared for that.
I wasn't either.
Not at all.
Well, we think the world of you. And when were you here? Was it a year ago?
I think it was about a year ago, wasn't it? Yeah, it was about a year ago, and I was like, I was reading a lot, and I just was really grateful, and I had lots going on. I was happy to be on the show, wasn't I? We talked about femininity and creativity, didn't we?
We did. We did. So
Yeah.
I'd love to spotlight you and hear how it is that you use the creatives, that you embrace the creatives with your mental health. Like all of us have mental health
Yeah.
challenges and we're highly aware of it. What does being a creative, being a performer, being an artist do for you in terms of mental health?
Well, I would say today, because I love vintage, and I've drawn on a little beauty spot like Rizzo from Greece today. So I'm channeling Rizzo from Greece, Go Grease Lightning, and I'm wearing a vintage dress. And
Beautiful.
I'm in
Very
my
nice.
friend's. I'm going to stand up actually. I'm in my friend's sushi restaurant, and you know what? The lovely lady there, she's waving. So, I told her all about this. I got ice cream, and I said, I came in. I said, "Are you ready, darling? We're going to be live shortly." And she didn't know what was going on. And I said, "It's okay. Everyone's getting takeaway, but we're ready for the show, darling." So it's quite funny. And going back to your question, I think personally, I think everybody has an inner child, and sometimes in life, that inner child can go through trauma, and we bury it. And then at school, some people say, "Oh, I'm not creative because I drew a picture and somebody laughed, or they said it wasn't good." So I think we all have an inner child that demands to be expressed, and men can express themselves through the arts, of course, but through woodwork, gardening, or a form of creativity. And me personally, I mean, when I was at school, I did Lady Macbeth at 11. I was Eliza Doolittle in My Fair Lady. And for me, I acted so much, and I didn't know who I was. So I have had depression, severe depression many times. And people say to me, "How can you have depression when you're so like the life and soul of the party?" But I found real solace, and I love the scripts. And growing up, my mum would sing Disney songs with me, and I can still do every Disney character and I bring it to life. And part of my childhood was a real sense of, you can be a princess, or you can be a Mulan, the warrior. And growing up, it's an amazing time to be a woman in 2022. We have great rights, we have great choice, we can change our appearance, we can read, we can be anything we want to be. But for me, it started with dressing up from a young age, and I would watch my mum put on her makeup, and I would put all the the lipstick everywhere, and I'd say, "Mummy, look, this look beautiful," and I just always loved dressing up in different things. And then as I got older, I realized how people treat you based on how you dress. So I've got a really funny story for you, is that I was wearing once a charity shop vintage jumper, because I love the vintage. And I went into the top private members club in London, and like a billionaire said, "Oh my God, I love your jumper." And I was like thinking in my head, this cost me £3. So it cost me £3. So, and it's for me, that was when I really learned the art and I studied theatre and costume design. And I was blessed to go to, I went to the Performing Arts School with my good friend and global icon, Sam Smith. So I always had this ability to become somebody else. And I think when you've had struggles, being somebody else is an escapism. It's you can be whoever you want to be, and that's what through dress, costume design. I love designing the costumes at school, and then being somebody else, and that is really therapeutic. And I'm not saying that that you should. That's what you should do as a medicine for some severe mental health. But for me, it's a medicine, you know, it's a medicine. I feel happy, and actually doing all these different characters in life, you know, helped me find myself. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. Yes. Thanks for sharing the stories. And a question I have, I just want to make sure that I understood. So as you were going through your journey of acting and creating and being all these different characters, you got lost. You lost your identity, but then you were able to find it and use that experience to really enhance what you're doing today.
Yeah, and I think, do you know what? I wrote an article about the power of, you know, of what we wear. You know, we're expected to be so many things: the doting mother, the caring wife, the aunt, the daughter-in-law. We are multi-dimensional women in an all-encompassing play. And I wrote an article about that. Why should we not feel glamorous one day and wear tracksuits the next? You know, it's a beautiful time to be a woman. And for men, you know, sometimes it's really hard to be a man, and if they're expressed creatively, they might fall, you know, get laughed at. And that's why I think the woodwork and things is great for some men. But yeah, I think, you know, clothes and it's a sense of personal identity. And, you know, there's actually scientifically proven, the psychology of dressing, that when you put on a certain outfit, you psychologically are saying, like in costume drama, you are 90% that character. So when I found the love of vintage dress and I draw my beauty spot like Rizzo, I'm becoming Rizzo, and wearing what Rizzo would wear in Greece, I'm becoming her. I'm 90% there. So, you know, anybody, if you can go to a charity shop, if you can wear a t-shirt, you can channel your trauma, your mental health, and you can release it. You can release it in a really powerful way, whether that's writing. But for me, it started a lot how I dress. And then thanks to the 5 to 9 Club and the a lot of the groups out there, I realized that, a lot of people are like me, you know, a lot of people who are empaths, who feel deeply, are passionate, are artistic. And so I learned about spirituality as well.
Thank you for sharing all of that.
That is
we have a couple
there's
comments.
A lot. Yes.
Hello, Adam. Nice to have you with us. Adam Duvall. Hello, Rebecca. Long time no see. I just love your work and how much you have grown. And Rebecca, I love to have you as a good friend. Aww.
And Adam is a really strong, talented mental health warrior. And he is somebody who said, do you know what? I might have in the future mental health problems, but this is who I am. And I'm going to make the world a better place and try and help other people in a crisis. And that for me is the true epitome of a mental health warrior. Yes, you know, and you know what? Sometimes the media say when people have a breakdown or a downfall, you know, that's it for them. That's it. Actually, you know what? There for the grace of God go anyone, because the finished product, people who have it all can, and the people with the most money or the most power, they can have it. A homeless man or woman can have it. And the beauty of the fabric of a human being is that we are fragile, we're multidimensional, and mental health is a facet and it's a superpower. And so people like Adam who say, I'm a mental health warrior, I'm going to make that thing that you struggle with your superpower.
I love that.
I love that. So well said.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
You're
Patrick Steinman, hello.
ambassador.
Hi, thank you for watching. We appreciate it.
Rebecca, can I ask, being an empath, has that contributed greatly into shaping you as a creative in the acting?
Yeah, as I said, I think my mum does tremendous work in the health service from a young age, getting people out of serious situations. And I think growing up, I didn't qualify as a counsellor or anything like that, but having felt that pain that so many people feel, and then they numb it through drink or drugs, or they do other things, I expressed it through the arts. But being an empath, I think some people sense that in others, and so their wounds speak to each other, however you want to describe it. And I really found from a young age, when I could play the character, or I could cry on cue, or I could laugh on cue, I said, how can I do this? And people would ask me, how do you do that? How can you not just imitate? You know, there's Stanislavski method acting, where you draw on a personal experience and you become, you have a personal experience that is in the character, and you therefore bring a part of you into the character, and that's real method acting. And I think being an empath is not looking at someone and imitating them. It's feeling their pain, it's feeling their joy when they are happy, it's feeling it. And I think some people are born with that, and I would say I have been born with that, and I'm blessed. But it also means, you know, as a lot of artists and creatives feel, we can't save everyone. You know, I didn't go into a career of counseling or nursing, but people see the empath. And so, you know, you have to be careful with that. And I would always say, speak to a professional. But I think some people are real empaths.
Thank you for answering that. Wow, that is absolutely true in the way that you're an empath. Honestly, it's tremendous how you're breaking through with this. I mean, where do you feel? Where would you like to take the mental health awareness into the artistic field? Are you going to do your own show, or are you going to write?
I would love to. I like Ruby Wax. I would see myself sometimes on a good day. I'd be like Ruby Wax. I feel like me and Ruby Wax would be best friends. Because I wish somebody had a GoPro with me and the sort of situations I talk myself out of on a daily basis, because so many people have said to me, you should have a GoPro, you should just have a GoPro. Like the other day, for example, you know, even though I have severe depression sometimes, you know, I am outgoing, and you know, I just have so many funny situations. Like earlier, before this, I was having curry goat dancing in Greenwich with a Jamaican man, and there was a crowd, and I said, I'm going on New York television at 5, darling. I said, see my name in lights, first Greenwich, next Dr. JACALYN show. You know, so this is the sort of thing I will do. And then, you know, and in the but sometimes British sense of humor is a bit stiff upper lip, right? So I was on the train the other day, and I was all suited and booted, darling, in my vintage stuff, and because I was doing my lipstick, I fell on like a 20-year-old of the train. And so my personality, I said, oh, you thought it was your lucky day, didn't you, darling? Like this. And I said, and he went bright red and looked like all his Christmases had come at once. And I said, oh, sorry, darling, it was just because I was putting my lipstick on. And so instead of laughing, you know, someone gave me a frown. And so I just thought, you know, I'm used to that. I either get a frown or a smile. And this girl about my age was cracking up, and she said, oh, at least you've got a sense of humor. And I said, God, it's only 9 o'clock. They should have seen me when I've had my coffee. And I said, I think that was a bit too much for 9 in the morning before work. And I said, oh, please. What does he think he does on a Friday night? He goes out drinking. So anyway, that's the sort of thing of my life. But
it's so funny.
It's so funny. Rebecca,
the poor lad was going bright red, and I said, oh, he obviously I think had gone to drama school. I let him off, and I said, you're a bit young for me anyway. Don't flatter yourself, I said, and walked off.
Oh, you are.
I love it.
Hard. I love it. We have a follow-up comment from Adam.
Yeah.
Thank you for lovely feedback, Rebecca. I love your passion and love to have a catch up when we're both not busy. Remember, you have my number. Let's catch up.
We'll do that, because I lost my number. So me and technology, I always think of Kate Winslet, who I would love to be in another life. I always think of her in Rose Titanic, where they say women and technology don't mix. And I think that's me sometimes, you know. And I always say to my brother, I say, carry my bags, darling, do my technology. And it's like, I don't have time for the technology. Someone needs to do it. So I've got a new number, so I'll be in touch.
I agree, honestly, Rebecca.
Well, I think you can. Yeah, I think it used to be that, you know, women couldn't do technology, but I think, you know, we can do anything we want. I learned to operate all this equipment without anyone. But we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back with more with Rebecca and with Madeleine. So let's take a look, and we'll be right back.
Take a moment.
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 So I've had the privilege of photographing some incredible people over the years, and during each shoot I've asked the subject to close their eyes and take themselves to a peaceful place just for a few seconds. I've found that this really helps to refresh the energy between the camera and the subject. They had an energy that was quite special and quite different from the rest of the shoot. The collection grew, and now it feels the right time to use it for something good. I think it'd be amazing if we could help to raise awareness and involve people in the discussion about mental health. So what we're asking to do is for everyone to upload their own self-portraits. All of these portraits will become part of a massive artwork. I'm really excited to see this project go from hundreds of pictures to thousands of pictures. Essentially, an ever-evolving artwork that says we're all in this together.
Close your eyes and take a moment.
What you giving me is just not enough. I need a love to take me higher and higher and higher. Every step I take, I feel more awake. Getting closer now, I feel so alive. Stopping me, this is how I live. Ever closer now. Just follow love. Love will take you there. Just follow love. Follow me. Just follow love. Love will take you there. Just follow love. Follow me. Follow love.
And she's lost her phone for the moment. There she is. She's back. Well, let's welcome Rebecca Lilley.
Hey, Rebecca.
Hello, darling. Hello, darling. Ladies and gentlemen, darling. It's a pleasure fresh from London as we're preparing for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. And you know what? I know if the Queen, wants me to model as a princess, I'm absolutely fine with that. I know Prince Harry is busy and otherwise acquainted, but hey, I'm just saying, I'm around, I'm available, I'm out there. So just putting it out there, darling. Any cousins, any princes in waiting, I'm available. Okay. So.
Have you spoken to Helena and Ian about this?
Oh my god!
Oh no! I don't advertise it. Well, I guess I just did, but
I think you did. I think you put it out.
Yeah.
I just did.
I think you did a Princess Online dating line. Princess Online.
Oh, I did. But I can. The thing is, I can rein it in. I can rein it in. My friend said to me, so there's this thing, Dr. JACALYN. Okay, so all the girls do it, right? So there's this thing called School of Affluence, where you basically do etiquette training to, marry a prince or the higher classes. Now, with my company Passage to Boys, I sort of did that because I said, hey, darling, you can wear a £3 dress and I'll teach you to get to the private members clubs in London and princes will be waiting for you, honey, But this is a real thing, with Instagram, everyone wants to look rich, but you can take it to another level and become the lady in waiting, Dr. JACALYN.
Is this for me specifically or just in general?
Not for just for you, darling, because you don't need any etiquette training. You are you are more than good enough, darling, and you're from across the pond, and we love you, darling.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I hate to switch subjects, but I want to talk about the Female Empowerment Summit. What can you tell us about that?
Do you know what? A part of me with my Irish roots, Dr. JACALYN, is c'est la vie. You want to be this, you want to look like this, you want to do that. C'est la vie, darling. All's well. But I think female empowerment, there's a lot of different, probably the sushi probably think, oh God, how long has she been in there? Is she going to order anything else? But anyway, I think the thing is with empowerment is there's so much out there with the masculine energy of I'm going to get one over on you. I'm Mrs. Cruella de Vil, which will come later. But I just think, empowerment is what do you want? Because if you want loads of money, fine, you feel empowered, but for how long? And then you might, drink it up the wall and spend it on girls and cars or whatever. Or if you're a woman, spend it on nails and shoes and whatever, like I have done. But the thing is, I think empowerment is deeper than that. I think it's not about money. It's about self-control. It's about inner peace. Obviously I have to work at that because, I wouldn't say I'm the most shy and retiring person, but, empowerment is going back to a sense of inner peace and then saying, what is the right path for me? Because let's look at the opposite of empowerment. So the opposite of empowerment is feeling downtrodden, belittled, powerless. So that really is when you do things and you're easily led and you fall into traps, you do things that make you unhappy. So the root of that and to overcome trauma and make good decisions is inner peace. And that is actually empowerment. I don't actually believe empowerment is material possessions.
Wow, I think you fit in perfectly right here. What do you have to say about that, Madeleine?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, empowerment, you're so right. It is not material things. It's not. And it's great the way that you said, what is the opposite of empowerment? Downtrodden, powerless. That's a key. That's a key. I love that, Rebecca. Honestly, you got a script to show. Because you have so much to.
You know what? When I was bullied and when I had severe depression and I was very skinny and I was always this actress, popular girl. And then when I was sort of 16, 17, something changed and I was almost like a recluse and I just lost all my spark. And you know what? I sat there and I drew what a confident woman looks like, what she acts like, how she dresses, what an empowered woman does, because it was so far from who I was. So far. And I look back over the past 10 years, and there's a really lovely film called 13 Going on 30, but I won't say my age, darling, because you'll never know. But there's a lovely film, and you know, she works her way up into the fashion industry, which I've done, all because I bought cheap clothes and emulated a fashion icon, and then I worked on London Fashion Week. But I was that girl who was powerless. Do you see what I'm saying? And the power of imagination. And now I can walk into Joe Blogg's sushi shop or whatever. Not Joe Blogg, sorry. It's Iman, sorry. I don't want to offend anyone. But, you know, I can walk into Joe Blogg. I can walk into the Chippy. I walked into the Chippy the other day and was like, "You're right, darling, ask for my number," whatever. Because it's grown so much, this empowerment. And, you know, but, you know, if I can do it, then any man or woman can go from that dark place where you feel like a loser, recluse, whatever life's done to you or whatever you've done to life. You know, you can actually envision. And I did that. And now when I come on these shows or I look at, I can't recognize myself. You know, so I created such a character that I've become that I still feel that pain, that woman, that girl that was so lost and so weak. I feel her. But the beauty of the arts is that I have created somebody else who when I was so weak, I drew her, and I drew her dresses, and I drew her handbags, and I watched films, and I became her, you know. But you know, when you go through something when you're young or whenever age you are, when you're an empath, people feel it in you, and they feel that. And you know, like when I've had talks with Madeleine, and we feel it. And so that's what's good with acting, is that you can draw on that person that was depressed or whatever the case may be.
And I really appreciate all of your transparency and just being so real with us here. It's beautiful. In the last part of our show, I just would like to have you share about all of your work as an entrepreneur, because you've done a number of things. I'd love for you to tell us about it.
So I think, as I said, the thing is with me is, you know, I felt so passionately that it doesn't matter what your budget is. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what religion you are. I wanted to take mainly women on a journey with Passage to Poise is my company, preparing you for the catwalk of life. I wanted to give them life coaching, confidence coaching, acting lessons. I'm qualified with the London School of Styling. I wanted to teach them how to dress, and with clothes that fit and flatter them. And I'll take you to, if you say, you know, you're a domestic violence victim, or I don't know, you've had a divorce, I'll take you to the cheapest shop in town, and I will take you from that to going into private members clubs with billionaires like it happens to me frequently, say, wow to me. And this is what gave me the idea for my business, because I was like, that's when you know you've sort of made it, because you're like, oh my goodness, I'm wearing a £3 top, but I'm carrying myself with such charisma and elegance that I'm attracting the creme de la creme of society. And I wanted any woman, especially because I've done with men, to feel that. I want you to feel as good, or if not better, than you've ever felt in your life. You deserve it. Whatever life's done to you, whatever you've done to life, you can get up, and with the right training, the right styling, you can go for that job interview, because I've done it. I'm literally living proof that you can do that, and you can get into the top places in the world, London, Dubai, Monaco, from that. And you can go from nothing, you can go from feeling like nothing.
Well done. That's
bravo. That's
beautiful. Absolutely. You have so
and I've taken women, you know, who have had domestic violence and got bruises on their face, and I've said, no, I'm sorry, this is not it for you. You're not good. God bless the refuges, you know, God bless the refuges that work with victims of domestic violence, men and women. But you know, I will take you shopping and I'll get you confidence coaching, and you'll be feeling $1 million, because I've done this, exactly what I want to give people, you know.
I'm so thrilled that you're doing this and sharing all this information. But how can people reach out to you and hire you and work with you?
So I love the acting, and I think the acting is an integral part of the styling and helping people. But my main Instagram is Rebecca, REBECCA.artpreneur. And then my styling business, my entrepreneurship, where I give people makeovers and help, is Passage to Poise, POISE. And then if you add me on Facebook, follow me, and I'm at the moment, my career, my day job, I've decided to focus on being a consultant and broker for high net worth individuals and luxury goods, fine art, specie, jewelry, because, you know, I wanted to bridge the finance and the arts and do it as a career. And then I do the styling on the side for people. So that's sort of where I'm at now.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
We're going to put up your other links as well as Verve Fashion UK. So we'll share them with people. And it's been a pleasure seeing you. I'm so happy for you.
And you know what? Before I go, can I do my Cruella de Vil?
Yeah, I was going to say, I was just about to
Yes,
say
yes.
that, Rebecca. I was just to say, you know, Dr. JACALYN, Rebecca really wants to do her Cruella de Vil because it's superb.
And I hope I don't scare all the customers in the sushi restaurant, but it has to be done.
There you go. It has to be done.
Okay, are you ready, Dr. JACALYN? Are you ready?
I'm so ready. Yes.
Okay. Okay, ready? But the thing is, I'm not sweet Estella. Try as I might. I'm Cruella. Born brilliant. Born bad. And a little bit mad. I'm not like her. I never was. Anyway, mustache. Much to avenge, revenge, and destroy.
I absolutely love it.
I do.
She walked out and I couldn't get out of character. She was buying her sushi and she went like this.
I love it. You get sushi and a show all together. It's like a package.
But the poor woman, she ran out of the sushi shop.
You're scaring away customers, Rebecca.
Oh my God. Don't worry, I'll buy an ice cream after and say, I'll be back next week, darling.
You're so talented, Rebecca. You've got to tune into your acting.
Thank you. And I just wanted to do this before I go. I just wanted to do this from Mean Girls. Oh my God, Dr. JACALYN, you're so awesome. I'm like so stoked to be on your show for all the American US viewers. And by the way, like if Paris Hilton's watching, oh my God, like totally call up, okay? Because I'm a massive fan of yours and we're like BFF. And yes, to all of the US, like people watching, like I'm your soul sister from the UK. Or like anytime you want to go shopping, or like anytime anybody from like the US just wants to be my fan, we can like come over to the UK and we can be BFF. Okay, that's cool. I'm so stoked.
That is very cool. We'll take you up
Isn't
on
she
that,
great?
Rebecca. Yes, fantastic. Oh, it's always fun here on this show, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's been. There's another customer now, so I'll just be quiet.
Right. Okay.
Well, it's time for us to sign off anyway. We have our next show coming up. And thank you, Rebecca. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. You're
Rebecca.
wonderful, talented ladies. Bye, everybody in the US.
Bye.
Much love, Rebecca. Bye. Bye, honey. Bye-bye. I wasn't prepared for that, were you? She's just
I wasn't.
I
like to be surprised, though.
She's really good actress. She really has got something about her.
I agree. I meant to ask her about her necklace too. It's so pretty. I think it was butterflies.
I didn't even see. I never even pay attention to clothes or accessories. I'm just kind of not on that wavelength yet. Maybe you can teach me and educate me in that.
I'd be happy to. We'll have the power of dressing.
And the power of shoes. The power of shoes.
Although I don't even wear my shoes anymore. I'm always in sneakers. So what can I say?
Yeah.
But we've got to run. So Madeline Chan, I'm going to spotlight you.
Okay.
And can you tell us anything you have coming up or anything you want to share with our audience?
Yes, we've got the power of listening, a special course on connection with plants and healing. And just being a childlike essence. We have Dr. JACALYN's song, all about her life, her story in a song. So that's so super looking forward to this single in the summer. And
you want to tell them the name?
Oh,
what was I thinking back then?
Yeah, what were you thinking back then? What were you thinking back then, Dr. JACALYN? Huh?
What
were you
I
thinking back then?
I don't know. We're going to have to wait for the song to come out.
Grandeur, because look where you are now. Majestic, because look where you are now. Woo!
Look at me now.
Look at you now.
Madeline, so how can people get in touch with you?
Yeah, LinkedIn.com/stroke colors of the voice and CE7A37731 stroke. Or MadaleneCarolChan@gmail.com.
Thank you. That's easy to remember.
Yes. I'm new to this.
Folks, it's always entertainment and education, and we provide a few laughs as well. So I hope you enjoy it. And hello to all the people in the sushi shop. Thank you so much for letting Rebecca meet with you there. We do have a comment from Isaac Patch, whom I never got to meet. We tried to connect. I don't know what happened, but hello. Nice to see you.
Hey, Isaac. Hey, you're scheduled to go on the show soon, actually.
I think we were supposed to meet a couple months ago, but we'll meet in the future. So that sounds great. All right. We are going to sign off, and our next show is The Wise One. So do join us for that. Mr. Red O'Laughlin will be joining me, as well as our guest. So Madeline and I are saying goodbye.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.
Bye, Rebecca. Goodbye, sushi restaurant.
See you, Rebecca. Yeah. In fact, I want sushi now. Okay. Bye.